Hi, this is Russ with Devoted Golfer. I'm here with Mike Biviano. Mike Biviano has been on tour as a fitter for how long?
Since 1996.
1996, let's see. What was I doing in 96? Too long ago to remember at my age.
It has been a while.
Yeah. And so you were on tour then with Royal Precision?
Royal Precision. From there I went to Callaway.
Mm-hmm.
Spent a good amount of time at Callaway, then got back into the shaft world with True Temper, did a little work with KBS. And now I'm working for a putter company called ARGolf.
ARGolf. What do we know about ARGolf?
ARGolf is a company based in France where they are a fantastic company in machining, understanding materials. They make a very high quality, very detailed putter.
And what else do they make besides putters? Like airplane wings and stuff like that?
They do. They have a lot of aerospace business. They have some jewelry business, some pharmaceutical business. Golf is a new project for them.
So let me guess, one of the owners plays golf.
One of the owners plays golf. Actually, both of the owners play golf.
Oh, really? Yeah. And they decided, why not make some putters?
Yes. That's how they got into it.
So they took the CNC machine, and as I understand it, they're just cutting this from a solid billet. There's no forging or...
No forging. Solid billet, whether it's stainless steel, aluminum, depending on what we're making, that's what they'll pull. We've even milled putters out of titanium. Very difficult to do, but we can do it.
Yeah.
Expensive.
Yeah, probably won't sell too many of those.
If somebody wants an $800 putter, we can do it.
Okay, so there's two styles of putters, right?
We have two styles. We have an aluminum family and we have a stainless steel family.
Okay.
What we have out here is our aluminum. We have our Pendragon, which is our high MOI. It's a little bigger, very classic round shape.
That would be this one.
That would be that one, correct.
Okay. So that's the Pendragon.
And what's unique about our putters, because they're so perfectly balanced, we can go center shaft, we go heel shaft, use the same model, just depending on what we're looking to do.
So that's another Pendragon.
That's another Pendragon with a different application of how the shaft was put in.
I see.
And so it gives you a little different look.
Is there any difference in the weighting of these?
No, weighting's going to be the same.
Yeah.
The balance is going to be the same. It's just a different look. Some people like the look of a center shafted putter.
Yeah.
Some people like a traditional looking putter, and it's all where that shaft goes into the head and how that shaft is put in can give you a multiple of different looks and still have the same head.
Yeah. And the field's pretty much the same, isn't it?
Yeah, the field's going to be the same.
Yeah,
I mean,
because even though
nothing's changing other than
Yeah.
How the shaft was put in.
Yeah. So when you're actually looking at a putter like this, although the shaft goes into there, it's actually aimed down at the center,
middle of the face.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah. So it's just a looky thing.
It's cosmetics.
Whether you like it one way or the other. So what's the difference between the three mounts that we see here?
Well, the Pendragon's our heaviest one. That's going to
Set this one out of the way here.
come in at just over 400 grams. It's a beefy putter. Some people that want a heavier putter, that might want to calm the nerves down a little bit, heavier putter works better for them. So we have that option.
Now there's some discussion about the weight of the putter and speed of the greens. And so they're saying use lighter weight putters for more control and faster greens?
You know what? It's been like that for a long time. Players have had putters for fast greens and for slower greens. It's really a personal preference. Me personally, I want my putter the same no matter what green I'm on.
Yeah.
If I get a heavier one and now I got a longer putt, I might not necessarily do well. Now, a heavier putter on a short putt, it's great. But there's always that trade-off. Where do you excel with it? Where's, I guess you'd call it somewhat of a negative, but the heaviers, that's a personal preference.
Yeah, and for me, the traditional stuff says that the shorter putters are better for the lighter putters are better for long putts, and it has to do with tempo. Of course, you know, I have a very unusual tempo where I take it back slow and then come in, and for me, my fit is exactly the opposite, right? So every time you think you know what you're doing, you go back to that old story. Next guy comes along.
That is the beautiful thing about golf.
Yeah.
What you think is right for everybody, there's always someone that's going to come in and you're going to think differently.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
So we have a heavy. How many grams?
405.
405. That's a big number.
It's got some weight to it.
Yeah, that's a beefy putter.
Yep.
And then you've got a medium weight putter.
Yep. A little different in shape, more squarish. You know, a lot of those people that want that face balance, that are looking for it to stay on line as much as they can, the square shape fits their eye better. That's why we've gone with that style. We do that also on our lighter one, our Morgane.
Yeah. Okay, I see. So it's pretty much the same shape. It just has a bigger hole in it.
Different, a little different look at a dress.
Yeah,
a little bit stretched out, two holes versus the clover. But they're going to do the same thing. It's just you have to have a different look because not everybody likes the same look. You know, I've had a lot of players gravitate towards one model, and all of a sudden here comes somebody, oh, geez, I really like this. This is great. Where's this been all my life?
Yeah.
So it's nice to have a good variety.
Yeah. One of the things I like about face balance putters, of course, you know, now, and we were looking at my stroke earlier, and how would you describe my stroke? Pretty much classic. I curve it a little bit on the way back, but I run straight through after impact.
You're modern classic.
Yeah.
You know, you take it back in, but when you come through, you're on line. You hold it a little bit. Almost like you're hitting a little bit of a soft cut, but you're rotating.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so I've always tended towards a face balance putter.
Because you like to hold on to it,
Yeah.
the face balance putter is probably going to allow you to do that easier.
The other thing I like about bigger heads is that I feel I can aim them better because of these lines. I notice all of your heads have 2 lines on them for aiming.
Yes. The nice thing with having the bigger head, the dark look, the white lines, everything stands out. These are very easy putters to line up. If anything, I mean, here we have 4 where it fits the ball. I mean, it's pretty much telling you where you're going, which is great.
Yeah.
You know, I think a lot of people don't take advantage of all of the technologies with alignments. And you know, if you have just a single dot or nothing at all, you know, if you're not super aware of where your face is pointing, you know, where are you going? You know, are you half inch out, or are you half inch in? You know, by having the lines, put you in a good spot.
Now, no inserts on these putters.
No, everything is just a block of steel or aluminum. That's just the direction we're going. We love the feel, and right now we don't feel we have a need to go in a different direction with inserts.
Yeah.
You know, when you have that superior material, you know, that it's a little denser, it's a little bit, you know, it allows you to put the weight behind the ball, you get a good feel.
Yeah.
And a lot of that comes with the fitting process, making sure you have the right length, the right lie, everything is where it needs to be. That's a big help.
I heard an interesting story from a shaft company today, and I'm going to have to hold that story off a little bit, but they're saying that if you have a solid putter, but you like the feel of an insert, that they can replicate that feel with a shaft.
Interesting.
Yeah, that's
Very
going to be interesting. And given the fact that these are straight in, we do that here.
We can see what they feel like.
We'll see. Yeah.
Now, what happens if you put that shaft in a putter that already has an insert?
That'll be interesting.
What's that gonna feel like?
That'll be interesting. Double insert.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's talk a little bit about the blade style.
Okay, the steel line.
Yeah.
Right now we have 3 models.
There's 2 more of them over there.
Yep.
Let me get these out of the way.
We have our Arthur.
Mm-hmm.
We have our Lancelot, which has its first PGA Tour Champions win with Mr. Jesper Pardovic.
Oh, really? Yeah. This was
Yes,
his putter.
That's what Jesper's using.
Yeah.
And then we have our Merlin, which is a little spin of a bullseye with some, call it, updated cosmetics to it.
So what would that update be?
Well, we got a thin flange on it.
Mm-hmm.
Makes the putter a little wider.
Mm-hmm.
When you put it down on the ground, it just sits really square. But yet,
Let me see that here.
when you
So when I set this on the ground, I don't have to worry about leaning one way or the other.
Yeah.
This little flange on the back of it is just going to set it square for me.
A lot of the traditional bullseyes were really thin in the sole,
Mm-hmm.
and they had a lot of camber one
Mhm.
way or the other. There was definitely camber. It's not like you
I
have
see.
your camber this way, but it's very flat.
Yeah.
So when this goes down on the ground, it does sit square,
So
which is a
it's-
great feature.
So it's an alignment aid in a sense, right?
And you still have your lines on it, but yet
Yeah.
when you put it down, it does have that very traditional look of, hey, that's old school. It's a
Mhm.
cool looking putter.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay, so that's the Merlin,
Yep.
right? And as I look at this, this is definitely
It's
perpendicular
to
to
the
here,
front,
so it's absolutely square,
Yes.
perpendicular, no bevel on it or
Nope.
anything like that. It's designed,
To putt with.
yeah.
You
yeah,
got just
yeah,
go putt.
Yeah, yeah,
Go get on that green and hit 100 balls a day. You'll have a blast.
okay.
Arthur, it's a very traditional, classic look
Mm-hmm.
of, a lot of people make putters of that design,
Mhm.
which is nice. Same thing, when you put it down, it's going to sit very square. We have
Mhm.
our 2 lines behind,
Right.
nothing on top. Very classic heel-toe weighting.
Mhm.
The nice thing is, it's perfectly balanced. As you can see, it's a little bit thicker here, a little thinner here.
Mhm.
That's making up for the weight in the hosel. So this center of gravity is in the middle of the golf club.
So the center of gravity here
Mm-hmm.
is dead center, even though you've got a hosel sitting over here.
Yep.
Now, I just happen to have
Hey,
the
magic
tool that I was taught in Pelt School,
Mm-hmm.
how to find center of head. And you can see I don't know if you can see this that well on the camera, but as I tap this head, you see that it's shaking in and out. And as I come to the center, it sits dead still, right? Goes straight back. And then as I go over here, it starts turning again. So here I've got a classic blade with a dead center
Yeah,
of gravity
Center of
right
gravity,
behind the place I'm going to strike the ball with.
correct.
And that was done by manipulating the weight in the back here, right?
Smart guy.
Yeah.
Very
yeah,
smart
yeah.
people.
So he took the weight that he has here in the hosel and he shoved it out here in the top.
Well,
To
he
some
knew,
degree, yeah.
let's put it this way, he knew that this amount of weight
Mm-hmm.
had to be removed to
From
make
there.
up here.
Yeah, yeah.
Because if this and this were the same,
Mhm.
then you'd have too much, it'd be closer to the heel.
Gotcha.
To have it in the middle,
Yeah,
you had to manipulate, add a little more here, take a little weight there. Now you have
Yeah.
a perfectly balanced putter.
So a lot of the putters that we're going to see of this design, they're actually going to be snapping kind of straight down in here.
You've always heard certain players who have putters go, well, I hit it a little on the inside of center.
They know where center is.
They know where that center of gravity is on that putter.
Yeah.
And it's
yeah.
just from them feeling it.
Mm-hmm.
Well, go hit a ball in the middle, it's going to feel pretty darn good
Mm-hmm.
because it's engineered well.
Okay.
And all of our putters are that way.
I see.
If you look at our Lancelot, and once again, this is where we're having a lot of success on tour. Very clean, classic lines.
Mhm.
Once again, sits good.
Mhm.
As you can see, a little thinner here, a little thicker here. It's to make up for the hosel, so
Okay.
that this is a perfectly balanced putter.
Okay. So we have the same thing going on over here. We're going to get some rocking over there. We're not going to get any rocking in the center, and we're going to get more of that going on over there.
Yep. Pretty close.
Yeah. Yeah.
But once again, classic design.
Mhm.
With with a little bit of design to it. You know, we got some ribs cut
Mhm.
on the back.
Mhm.
But once again, when you put this putter down on the ground, it just looks at the hole, saying, okay.
Yeah, yeah.
And once again, this has been extremely popular with a lot of players.
And so you have a Champions Tour win with this
Mhm.
putter. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, these putters are coming in uncut, ungripped.
Correct. That's one option we do offer for
Mhm.
the retailer, the custom fitter,
Mhm.
where we will send the putter to them uncut, ungripped.
Mhm.
Because a lot of people know how to fit, but they don't want to carry 10 putters at different lengths.
Yeah.
By coming in this way, you can do your fitting.
Mhm.
You know, you need one at 35 and an eighth or whatever, you
Mhm.
can achieve it. Where if you just happen to be in the shop and you got 34s and you need a 35, a lot of times somebody doesn't want it extended, they want it to come from the factory.
Mhm.
Now you're looking at turnaround time where coming in this way, you can make every customer happy
Mhm.
by the time they leave the store.
Yeah. And so
And
what
the nice thing-
I took all of these and I put long grips on them.
Yeah,
So that when I'm in a fitting situation, I can just tell the person, grip down, grip up.
Yeah.
I can just get them in position,
mhm,
exactly where I want them, and then find their spot on this
Yep.
grip.
yep.
Yeah.
You know, fitting the length is, it's not that difficult. You know, as long as you've got their setup right, you've got
Mhm.
them in the right position, you got them where they're not, on the end of the putter and they got some really bent
Yeah,
arms.
right,
You know, eyes over the ball. It's pretty easy to say, okay, this is,
Yeah.
Where
Eyes
you
over
need
the
to
ball,
be.
drop the arms.
yeah,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah. So I heard an interesting story the other day, and I've been fitting like this for a couple of years, and I feel that when you take a grip on your putter and set it down on the ground, that the head ought to go square based upon how your fans feel comfortable on the grip. And people have looked at me and shake their head and go, "You're a little weird, Russ." And then I heard this story about, I think he's ranked number 3 in the world right now, and he has his putter grip turned a little bit. And you can see how, for fitting, I leave these grips in such a way that I can, in fact, twist them.
Mm-hmm.
And he has his grip put on, twisted. I don't remember in the story whether he has them twisted slightly open or slightly closed. But he has this tendency to look at the hole while he's putting and not actually look at his hands, because he knows his hands are going to bring that putter in square.
That's interesting. That's
Yeah.
confident.
Yeah. I think he's number 3 in the world right now.
It could be.
Yeah.
1, 2, or 3.
Yeah.
He's done well
Yeah.
recently.
Yeah, Texas boy.
Yeah, just one in Texas.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's the first I've heard that he has a grip on manipulated.
Yeah.
Now, on tour, a lot of guys do a lot of different things. So
Mhm.
once again, there's no to say the grip has to be on perfectly straight is right.
Right.
Now,
So the
if I'm
fact,
teaching,
right. So the fact that you're bringing these things in uncut, ungripped,
you can put
gives me the ability, without having to cut the grip off,
Yeah.
or even worse, put the hypodermic needle in there and
Yeah.
try to get it
trying
off.
to get it off.
Right. I can fit this and twist the grip if necessary until I get that.
Yeah, you can do it any way you
I
want.
can do anything I
Yeah.
want. Yeah.
Yeah, you know, and here's the other thing, because there's so many grips, it's hard to offer everything. I mean, you might have one person who wants a super, you might have 10 people who want super strokes, but you might also get the one guy who wants, I want that old Golf Pride, that really small thing that's this big round.
Right.
That's what's great, you give them the option, and once again, you're saving time.
Well, if you use a little compressed air to blow your grips on and off, it's not that hard to actually do a fitting with the grip the person prefers.
Yeah. Yep.
So,
There you go.
well, so you're having a lot of success out on the Champions Tour right now, right?
Yes, Champions
Yeah.
Tour has been great.
Yeah.
Got a win, a couple players using it, we have a lot
Mhm.
of players asking for it,
Mhm.
so we're doing very well out there.
These guys are pretty good putters, aren't they?
They are. They've done it. They know what they're doing. They get out there and
Mm-hmm.
they do their thing, and they have good weeks.
Mhm.
Just look at Rocco. He had a great week a couple weeks ago.
Oh yeah. Is he playing with him putters?
No, but he's been testing.
Mike, if I want an ARGolf putter, where do I go right now?
You go to ARGolfUSA.com
Mm-hmm.
and we will have a list of authorized fitters throughout the country.
Okay. ARGolfUSA.com. For the R putters, there are 3 blade models, 3 mallet models, and
One
they're-
titanium.
And 1 titanium. Yeah. And they're all designed for custom fitting.
Correct.
Okay, Mike, thanks for spending your time with us.
My pleasure. Thank you.